Okay, sorry about the shaky video, but let's analyze this property. So it's listed now at 265K, but if you remember, the owner told me on the phone he would accept 250. So I think there's two ways to look at this. One is as just a flip, as a regular single-family residence, although it's zoned as a triplex. But I just wanted to show the difference. And the other is as a triplex after getting the property stabilized. So here's how these numbers look right now. So acquisition 250, closing I estimated 10K. So that leaves us at 260, then the rehab 80. So total in at 340. Now if we're looking at this as a single family, it's 1640 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Now I just saw, this was the one that stood out the most, but I saw a remodeled 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1856 square feet that sold for 328 in March. So maybe that size home with that many bedrooms could get 350 now, but you can see very, very quickly, if we're all in at 340, flipping doesn't make sense. So let's go to adding some value and getting this rental property stabilized. So I went to Rentometer and I was very conservative with these numbers. Like for example, I think a 1-bedroom, the average rent was like 1,050 or something, but I rounded down with all of them. So I'm almost completely 100% sure that we could easily get those numbers, especially with a rehab. So once you have these numbers, then you get the total that you're getting per month, $3,200 a month. And then you can see here, what you do is you take that and you annualize it. So $3,200 a month times 12 means your gross scheduled income is $38,400. And you can see here, then you have to subtract the expenses because we're trying to get to the NOI. And the expenses are just what they actually had listed on the listing. So we're just sort of taking them at their word at this point. But anyways, then you get the NOI of 31,749. Once you have the NOI, you need like an average cap rate or an area cap rate so that you can try to find the value. So here's how I got that. I went to the MLS area 28 and I looked for like-kind properties, so 4-plex and below. And I found these and I added them up and divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and got an average cap rate of 6.3%. So that's the cap rate that we're going to work with to try to estimate the value. And so here's what that formula looks like. In order to get the value, you just divide the NOI by the cap rate. So we found our NOI up here, 31,749, so 31,749, and the cap rate is 6.3. Be careful with the decimal point, it screwed me up a lot. But then you get the value of 503,952. So what that means is that if this is your net operating income and the average cap rate is 6.3%, then you would value the property at 503,952. Now down here, if that's the value and we were all in at 340, this would be the profit if we sold the building. Now here's the thing that caught my eye is they were listing this with the NOI that they were getting, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but listed at 265, the cap rate was 5%. Now in Tacoma, cap rates are they're definitely headed down. It's appreciating pretty well. So I went and did this again at a 5% cap just to see what it would be. So the value comes in at 634 and then again in at 340 and there's the value. So you can see very quickly in an appreciating market how you can make a lot of money or more money simply by stabilizing the property and getting renters in there. And well, there you go. All right.